Hello, and welcome back to another Doctor Who ranking. In today's video, I'm going to be ranking my top 10 Doctor Who companions. Alright, so at the beginning of the week, I put out a video where I ranked my top 10 Doctors of Doctor Who, which was quite convenient because I'd only seen 10. I am aware of the others, but the number that I've actually seen the most are now 10. But the Doctor would not be the Doctor without his friends, without those that travel with him, and those are his companions, to which there's probably 3 times as many as there are Doctors. And because I have not really watched classic Doctor Who as much, and I mainly have only seen a majority of Doctor Who from the new series, because I watched all through the new series. Yes, I've seen some classic Doctor Who, but not enough to really get to know the companions as well. So this set will be from new Doctor Who. So, if you like this kind of content, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell, because every time I get a new set of 10 subscribers, I give away a free digital code for a movie that I own, so you can have the movie too. Anyways, with that said, let's go ahead and start ranking the top 10 Doctor Who companions. Alright, so coming in at number 10, Graham O'Brien, played by Bradley Walsh. Now, this was a companion from Jodie Whittaker's time, and he was fine. Of all the ones that traveled with her, I thought he was kind of the funniest. But he didn't do too much. It was just kind of funny. The comedy he brought is what put him on top of that list. I didn't really care for any of them at all, really. But if I had to pick one, it would be Graham. I think he had the most character, the most comedy. Coming in at number 9, Nardole, played by Matt Lucas. So, this was an interesting character. He was really funny, which immediately made me kind of like him. Plus, I had seen the actor do other stuff before. And the character itself was very mysterious. Like, you wanted to know, like, what is this guy an alien? Is he a robot? What is he? I won't spoil anything, but yeah, that mystery and the comedy is what brings Nardole up to number 9. Coming in at number 8, Craig Owens, played by James Corden. I really enjoyed Craig, and there was only like 2 episodes with this guy, and this was during Matt Smith's role as the Doctor. And he was quite funny, you know. I loved that they actually brought him back. I thought, oh, he's just gonna be a one and done kind of character, but no. I really enjoyed when he came back, and I would have loved to have seen him again. Heck, I would love to see if they bring him back in a future Doctor Who series, you know, and because I don't think he actually understood who the Doctor was. He knew he was a space alien and stuff, but I don't think he really understood. He never really traveled in the TARDIS. Or maybe he did. I can't remember. It's been a while. If it was, it's very short. It was like transportation. But yeah, I really enjoyed his character. He was really funny. Coming in at number 7, Rory Williams. So, I actually liked Rory. I thought he had his moments where he was pretty funny. And there was a lot of confusion with this character. Especially further on into it you got. Because it made me question, what is he? Like, kind of like Nardole, you wonder, is he human? Is he a robot? What the heck is going on? Because one minute he's dead, then he's erased from existence, then he's suddenly back. It didn't make any sense at all. And they don't really do much to clarify that, But he was played by the actor Arthur Darvill, and I think he did a really good job. And he has a connection to other companions that were during the Matt Smith era of Doctor Who that also I really enjoyed. So I'll refer back to him later on. But alright, moving on to number 6, Clara Oswald, played by Jenna Coleman. I really enjoyed her. She started off during Matt Smith's time. She was one of the ones that actually watched regeneration happen. There was another character who kind of saw one, but I don't know how often the companions actually get to witness it. But like David Tennant, nobody was there to witness his transformation. Same with Peter. Nobody witnessed his regeneration cycle either. So it was interesting to see her reaction. Although it was getting a little bit annoyed. Like, I figured it was a pretty easy concept to understand what the regeneration was. And she seemed a little thick for not getting it. Alright, so that was the first set. When we come back from this quick little break, I will go ahead and reveal my top 5 Doctor Who companions. See you in a minute.
For thousands of years, the world has been protected by the Guardian of Light, or as he is more commonly known, Santa Claus. Over the centuries, factors such as fear and prejudice, greed and jealousy, misunderstandings, betrayal and war have segregated most humans from the magical world of elves, fairies, wizards, and the like. This has resulted in many misconceptions and generalizations of the true nature of Santa and his world.
This 6-book series by Sean Connaughton begins as the current of a long series of Guardians is murdered by a group of monstrous enemies recently escaped from an enchanted South Pole prison. These creatures are loyal to the darkness, an evil force determined to exterminate the light in order to enslave all creatures of the world.
Shane Connor, an average young man, suddenly finds himself being trained as the new Guardian. As he adapts to his new life among fantastic creatures, he goes on an adventurous quest with a legendary wizard for the ultimate weapon to use against the darkness, and faces murderous enemies like Rasputin, Morgana Le Fay, Krampus, and many more.
Along with his best friend Joe Gomez, Shane encounters politics, history, mysterious murders, new loves, his own hidden past, and racial dynamics among the fantasy races that turn out to be all too real. Their adventures reveal the true nature of the world and challenge the current state of how all races interact.
This series expertly melds myths, legends, history, faiths, folklore, and secret societies into a fascinating, cohesive, comprehensive world of wonder and magic.
From Atlantis to Olympus, from Hades to the moon, and from broomstick races to Christmas deadlines, join the new Santa Claus on his amazing journey. But beware, will Shane's quest achieve his ultimate goal of destroying the darkness and preserving the light of the world? Or is he actually playing right into a plot by dark forces that will result in his, and our, ultimate doom?
So make your list and check it twice for the Guardian of Light book series. Download your audiobook or ebook today from Audible, Amazon, or iTunes.
All right. I just want to say before we move on, please, if you like reading, if you like fantasy, I cannot stress this enough. Really do consider checking out my book series. It is perfect for the upcoming holiday season. It makes a great gift. It's a perfect Christmas gift to give your favorite reader. I guarantee they'll like it. I have had a lot of people that have read it and they have fallen in love. I just had someone the other day who just finished book 3, and she said book 3 was her favorite. She cannot wait to start book 4. She hopes it keeps getting better. So, yeah. Definitely consider checking that out. It really helps me. It helps me with my daughter and everything. So, I really hope you guys will consider checking that out. Let's go ahead and get back into the ranking. So coming in at number 5, Jack Harkness, or Captain Jack Harkness, played by John Barrowman. I believe he actually went on to the sequel series Torchwood for a while. He is a reoccurring character that actually came back too during Jodie's time as the Doctor. So I was really surprised about that. And we get a pretty big reveal during David Tennant's time, but Jack Harkness actually starts off during the Christopher Eccleston, goes into the David arc, and then goes away by the end of David's arc, and then comes back during Jodie Whittaker's time. And I think there might have been a little thing with Matt Smith and him, or maybe it was Peter Capaldi and him, but yeah, definitely a really good character and a really good twist. I don't want to spoil that if you haven't seen this, so definitely look forward to that. But yeah, there's actually 2 characters that, like I said, I don't want to spoil it, but definitely at number 5 is Jack. Coming in at number 4, Donna Noble, played by Catherine Tate. Now, this is a love-hate kind of thing for me, because she was kind of funny when I first saw her in the Bride episode, but she was also very annoying, and I wasn't extremely happy with her character. So I was just kind of like, okay, this is how this person's going to be. I'm glad she's not sticking around. But then, after other events happened, the Doctor's left without any companions, and he ends up coming across Donna Noble again. And this time, she actually does join up with the Doctor. And again, I was sketchy going into it. I was like, I feel like this girl's gonna be annoying. And she partly was at the beginning. But then, by the end of it, you really grew to like her, and she just had a likability that grew on you. And there's also some really big, like, stuff that happens with her character, which is kind of like what's leading us to having David Tennant return. So that's one thing, like, I'm really glad, but I would have been happy if her story just kind of ended where it is. But I'm glad we're getting her back, so. Coming in at number 3, River Song. This is the Doctor's wife. She starts off during David Tennant's time and ultimately leaves when Peter Capaldi is around. And because of her, she's constantly in and out of Doctor Who. But because of her, we get so much good stuff. And I think it's really messed up that she's done, that she's gone. I wish that David Tennant wasn't going to be around for such a short time, because there is so much I would like to see done. Like, I'd like them to find a way to save River. And if it's not David Tennant's Doctor, I'd like to see it happen with a future Doctor. To actually find a way to go back and save River. Maybe they clone an empty vessel, an empty body that needs consciousness. And David, or whoever, whatever Doctor we have after, actually has a recording of her DNA or a sample of her DNA, uses the machine to create it, and goes back and downloads her consciousness into the body. And because of who she is, we could get a new version too. So, trying not to do spoilers, but it gets really hard the higher up the list we go. But yeah, I really did enjoy River Song a lot. And I thought she brought a lot of comedy to the Doctor. Moving on to number 2, Rose Tyler, played by Billie Piper. This is the very first companion in New Doctor Who. This was my very first experience with the whole companion thing. She was around from the beginning of Chris's time to about the middle-ish of David Tennant's time. And she even did come back for a short minute, but yeah, I really enjoyed this companion. I thought she was beautiful, smart, funny, and really, I mean, there's not much else to say other than that. I mean, she was a really good character, and she had a lot of great chemistry with David Tennant especially. Maybe not as much with Christopher Eccleston, but, I mean, she was fantastic. Now moving on to the number 1 pick, and if you're a Doctor Who fan by now, you already know who it is. At number 1 is Amy Pond, or Amelia Pond, played by Karen Gillan. Or Jillian. I was just blown away. She is remarkably funny, amazingly beautiful, and she's a redhead, which I have a pretty big weakness for myself, to tell you the truth. And no matter who the Doctor has in the future, because Donna Noble was a redhead too, but my God, Amy Pond's just drop dead gorgeous, and I've enjoyed seeing her in other stuff too. That she's gone on to do other big movies like the Marvel franchise, where she plays I'm spacing on the name, Nebula. There we go. She also was in a horror movie called Oculus, which was a really good role too. And I love her accent. Like I said, she's also very funny. She's very smart. And the comedy and wittiness that she brought to the role really played well off with the Doctor. I didn't really care as much that they had this whole love triangle thing they were trying to do with her, Rory, and the Doctor. Because she meets the Doctor when she's a little girl, and I guess she grows up idolizing him, even though the Doctor kind of looks like Crispin Glover from Back to the Future. But yeah, I mean, she was perfect. She was amazing. She was beautiful. And she was funny. All rolled into one. Now, I know a lot of people, me and my friend, we've debated, he'll be like, he'll say, I love Rose Tyler. And I'm like, no, you have her. I'll take Amy any day of the week. And mainly that's because Karen was a natural beauty. If she wore makeup, it wasn't really noticeable. With Rose, though, that was one of my big drawbacks with Rose, is that she wore tons and tons of makeup. Like, the scenes where she cries, you can see the makeup running down her face. And because we have high definition TVs nowadays, it's not very unnoticeable. Like, you're gonna notice it real quick. So, and I've never found that, appealing. So, I don't like to see that on anyone, any gender, man, woman, child, that streaks of makeup down someone's face. But, alright, so that is my ranking of the top 10 Doctor Who companions. Next week, I will be going back to doing some D&D movie time reviews. We got a couple that we're going to knock out before Thanksgiving and Christmas. Also, I'm sort of doing a One Piece Straw Hat ranking next week. So look forward to that if you're a One Piece fan. And yeah, with that said, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.